Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for the friends that mentioned that I start doing lives on YouTube and get my recordings here, thank you. So much love. And today I would like to talk about energy healing, what it is, how do we use it, and how can we apply it to our practical everyday lives. So to follow along with this, if you've been on the fence about getting your Reiki attunement, I would highly suggest it. Find one that you resonate with. And one of the key ways that I look for something that resonates is, does it make sense in my head? So like when I say something resonates with me, that's a thought that I've had or been aware of for a while. And then there is something, some type of synchronicity in that resonance that just makes that thought click, creates clarity for me. So in that sense, my mind was clouded with confusion. Clearing that confusion or that mental fog created space within me for clarity to be received. And that is a lot. It's the whole premise of energy work. When we go, whether it's a breathing technique, somatic healing, shamanic healing, Reiki, whatever type of energy modality that we're engaging in, they all have a common core, which is restoring flow to the energy field itself. When we have flow in our channel, are called our nadis or meridian lines, we have constant and consistent access to energy. And we can move about through our experience in relative ease and grace. There's a flow to it. When we are in need of healing, we say that, oh, this is blocked, that's blocked, or I don't have the energy for this. We create so much resistance within ourselves with the words that we choose to use. And those words right there are a very good starting point to help us become aware of the patterns and accept where we are so that it can be transformed and changed. For this type of deep work, I found the 3 A's to be the most beneficial and the most powerful for me. And that is awareness, acceptance, and appreciation. Once we become aware of a pattern, we accept that that pattern has brought us a sense of security or safety or stability or something, because the reason we engage in the patterns to begin with is because it gives us something. When we become aware of that, we can accept that we needed that thing, that energy, but maybe didn't know how to receive it in a way that was more beneficial or more aligned. And that right there will do so much for your energy field. Is this aligned with your energy? Is this aligned with your values? Is this aligned with something that can give you consistent energy back? That action, when we look at it through that lens, so when we look at our actions through that lens, is, does this align with my values? Is this an action that's going to give me energy back? Or is it an action that's just draining my energy? We take back our power, and now we have this energy. And sometimes that can feel like anxiety. And to me, that's really where Reiki played a really important role in my life, is just utilizing the different hand techniques and just channeling the energy through different parts of my body helped me to realize that all that intense energy I was feeling was just energy that was associated with a story. Once I removed that story, all that was left was that energy, that sensation in my body. And when I tuned into that, it was energy to create, And if I didn't get that energy out and actually create something, that would just build up and build up and build up until I became lost and I couldn't focus, I couldn't function, and it became anxiety. Once I became aware of that, I fought it. I fought it hard. I didn't want to accept it. I wanted to fight. I wanted to say, this isn't me. I wanted to hide my truth because I was ashamed of it. I was ashamed that I could get so scatterbrained, that it was so incredibly hard for me to focus, that nothing would get done. And when I finally let that go, let go of that BS, let go of all that crap, it brought me an immense amount of clarity. And it showed me how to alchemize my emotional pain into energy and clarity. I took my own inner chaos and alchemized it, refined it, so that I could extract the gold from it. And that is primarily what I teach people how to do with energy work. And my friends, if you are interested, whether you have a Reiki attunement or not, doesn't matter. The next few practices we're going to do, you can do. Anyone can. To activate our hands, we're just going to clap them, rub them like this, and slowly pull them apart. When I do this, my hands start to buzz. They become alive, all tingly. I really like that sensation. And now that my hands are active, one of the first Reiki positions I learned was this. My thumbs are on the base of my throat, and I am just filling my throat center with pure energy. My only intention is to be a conduit for divine love, divine consciousness to flow through my hands and into my throat. That's it. As I'm doing this, I can feel it go into my throat and move down into my heart center. And now I feel my third eye. I feel my body relax. I felt my shoulders drop. So that's one position. And cup our hands and just place them over the eyes, just like that. If you do a lot of computer work or you stare at a screen for long periods of time, that technique is very beneficial. Now, placing our hands on the back and just breathe. Now, one of my favorites is placing the hands over the heart, giving your heart a gentle hug. Bye, kiddo. Have fun. Son's going outside to play. I feel so good. My heart feels so open and light. Now, another hand position is right about here, and then right here over the heart. So the lower hand's on the solar plex or the sacral, and the top upper hand's on the heart. And as I'm running energy to these two centers, I see it like a circle or like a loop. The energy from my lower chakras moves out through my back and up into my heart. Then the energy from my heart moves out in the front and down and into the lower chakra. I'm just running energy, my own energy, through these centers. I'm coming home to myself. This is a great way to show self-love and self-care. Now, the next one, just right here, the lobes, top of the lobes of the lungs. And if you're a smoker, this is a good practice, followed by some mullein leaf extract or mullein leaf tea. If you use the extract, 3 to 4 drops in what you're drinking. I've been using that myself for for about a month and a half now. And my lungs feel so much clearer. I've coughed up some nasty stuff. But that deep breath right there, I wasn't able to take that about 10 days ago. And I would like to be very clear, that's a very good point. I do not feel like energy healing is the end all be all. It is a way, another tool that we can use to support ourselves, support our system, so that we're clear minded, we can make better choices, especially when it comes to our diet. And my friends, if you do engage in any type of energy work at all or energy practice, we need a fundamental thing is a good gut. We need good gut health. All the chemicals that our body needs is produced in the gut, not in the brain. If you would like some more information on there, a quick Google search will confirm this. But the gut is what makes all of the chemicals for our body. The only thing the brain does is tells the gut what chemicals to make. By doing a practice like this, I'm upbeat. My mood is better and stabilized. And I'm not reaching for the sugary, snacky stuff. When I do get hungry, I'm like, wow, you know what really sounds good? A salad. When I say that, my body just starts craving it and I start to salivate. That tells me that that is something that my body wants. By utilizing energy techniques, meditation, we tune in to those subtle responses from our body that often go missed or ignored. That is one of the reasons why sitting with ourselves and just taking even 5 minutes a day is so beneficial. And for those of you that say you're too busy to do anything like that, do 10. Just try it one time for 10 minutes. And it's very simple. Just sit there and breathe in and breathe out. Don't label anything. Don't try to fix anything. Just be present with yourself. And you will see that you are more productive. You experience less resistance or hassle. So your path is much more clearer and you are able to get much more accomplished when you're coming from an aligned place versus a place of force we're trying to push through. So to recap, my friends, we went over the importance of energy healing and how we can use it in our day-to-day lives and different positions. So here in the throat, the heart, the back, the top of the lungs, the sacral and the solar plex in the heart, and the top of the head is another good one. I see a lot of people, we get the crown chakra stuck, which is what connects us to the divine and each other. So those few positions right there will help you clear the energetic pathways in your body. And as always, my friend, I would always recommend that before you start working energy on anyone else, you become very accustomed to working energy on yourself. And to activate your hands, simply clap, rub, and then slowly pull them apart. We have minor chakras in the palms of our hands, and that activates those chakras that then allow energy to be able to be transferred through them or channeled through them. When we take aligned action, there is so much more ease and flow. But before we can take aligned action, we need to understand what it is and what it looks like for us to make an aligned decision. And for that, we have one of the most beautiful tools I have ever seen, human design. I incorporate human design into all that I do, from the practices here to my coaching, content. That tells us how we are designed to live holistically, mind, body, and spirit. When we do that, our energy naturally flows. The blockages or the stories that we told ourselves or were taught, or conditioned with, are able to be moved out of our energy system so that they no longer hinder our growth and success. If you're interested in learning more about your human design, drop me a comment below. I offer readings as well as one-on-one coachings. And I am getting ready to launch a new program where I'll be looking for 5 people, and we're going to deep dive into their human design chart and gene keys. The gene keys tell us what specific shadows or challenges that we have and how we can overcome them and alchemize them so that we get the gift instead of the lesson. From my heart to yours, bright souls, there's much love for us all. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.